Let's do it. Okay, let's go. Finally made it through the process.
And that, folks, is a
Let's go. What's up, guys? How we doing out there in the PdP universe? I am coming back at you live. It is the second episode of our office hours, featuring you guys. Really, you guys are the star of the show. After last week's time together, we had a blast. We went through all of our tier lists for our previous set. We're going to actually be going through plenty more today. All right, we did just a great time. We had a blast. Okay, so we're going to be doing some... Who's that? We got people in the chat already? Hey, He-Dog. We got Hudson as well. Shout out to you guys. Again, this is just a hang. Think of this as a time to go through the news, to have a blast. I always focus on community engagement, so we get to hang out, we get to have some fun, we get to laugh. But we also get to enjoy the Pocket Monsters, our wonderful, most successful franchise when it comes to any type of media. It's fantastic. It's a wonderful thing. Anybody can enjoy it, whether you are, I don't know, 7 years old, 5 years old, or if you're, up there. You're one of those wonderful wisdom crowned with silver hair kind of individuals. It is all for you, and we're here today for it. So again, if you were with us last time, we went through a tier list. We heard about a rumor that we're actually going to talk about today. And we looked at some news, some breaking news from BC at the time about some not so great things. We had a break-in. There was a break-in specifically. Some people trolling out the internet there and stealing some big-time money. But today we're going to do another tier list. We're going into some, I don't know if you've heard about it, Chaos Rising. Officially on the Pokemon Center dropped, I think it was 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago at this point. I don't know, sometime recently. It's the latest release of the Pokemon Center products, the ETBs, the booster boxes, and so forth, ever. Okay, so it's even closer to the deadline, the release date when product hits the floors. So we're going to talk about that. We're actually going to go through that. We're looking through the Ninja Spinner cards, right? But it's a 1-to-1. It's a mirror set, 1-to-1. So you'll be able to see all the cards that we're getting in the English set, Chaos Rising, in our previous set that's already out. It's already hit the shelves. You guys maybe have collected some in the Japanese set, which is our Ninja Spinner. All right, so we'll go through that. And then there was a story, I don't know if you tuned in last week, about an alleged raccoon who was trained by his owner to break into Pokemon card stores and steal some high price banger Pokemon cards. I don't know. Allegedly, we're going to talk about that. But realistically, it's been a great time. We're going to have a blast together. I'm going to make sure the chat is going live here. Make sure we're all good. So stick with us, and we're going to get right into this. All right, folks. Let's get some of this moving and grooving. I don't see anybody in the chat. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties, so give me a second here. Stand by. There we go. There we go. I think we're all right. All right, St. Walker, we're up. Hey, listening on the way home from a school event. All right. Cool. So if you're with us, give me a what in the chat. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a let's go, a full send, whatever your fancy is. Just let me know we're live. We're doing well. Actually, you know what? Answer me this, chat. Tell me about how your week was. All right. We got a good, a great, and meh. A doodle. Fire, double fire. Looking forward to this. Okay, the chat's going good. We got a He-Dog in the house. Good stuff. Looking forward to this. Awesome. Very cool. While we're doing that, I want to hear. I want to hear from you guys. So let me know. How was the week? How you guys doing? As I get this set up for our little tier list. All right. So how's the chat out there? We're doing a little card view. We're starting off. We had a blast last time doing this. So I figured, might as well do it again. Enjoy our time. All right. So we're going to pop through my little window here. Mini PdP. There we go. How's the chat? Good. Awesome. Okay. Love to hear that. I'm going to zoom this out just a bit so we can see. All right. I think we're primed and ready. How we doing out there? Chat's doing okay? Oops. Got to get off of that. It's not a perfect system yet, folks. But we're doing it. Beauty. Okay. Man, my chat is going crazy. Where's all my people? There we go. Oh, hey there. Good week. Okay. Linda L. Good week from her. Good. Fantastic. Makes me happy to hear that. All right. We're going to get into this. Feel free again if you're jumping in, if you're a normal PdP community member. or anybody. If you're just new to the game, let me know how you're doing. We're gonna rock and roll. So we're getting into Chaos Rising, okay? The flagship, the main symbol, the mojo, the mascot of this set is going to be Greninja. All right, the SIR Mega Greninja. All right, so this was actually something that was released with the release of Pokemon Legends ZA. All right, so we're going to get through that. We'll eventually get to that card, but we got to start from the beginning, okay? You'll see, like I said, if you take note here on our, on our cards, you'll see that they're in Japanese, okay? You're like, PdP, come on, dude. Some of us are mostly English speakers here. You're streaming from a Western part here. Why are we in Japanese? Again, this set hasn't dropped fully yet, so what I wanted to do is make sure you had the cutting edge, right? The fresh tip of the spear information. So when you go out, when this card set does drop, I think in May 16th, something like that. I could be wrong. We'll talk about that soon. You're ready to go. You know which cards you're shooting for, that you're ripping for, all those kind of things. Okay, so we're gonna start here. What we have, the good old Chespin. Okay, so he's climbing through the trees. He's do you remember Tarzan? It just gives me Tarzan vibes. He's sliding through, having a great time. He seems to be just having a blast. Okay, so we got little Tarzan Chespin here. We got to talk about it though, just like we did last week, and you've seen in previous videos. We got to do a tier list. All right, where are we putting this guy? There's a lot of opinions. I loved hearing from you guys in the chat previously. So what do you think? I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts about this. So for me, when I see this, I see great light in the background, the lighting coming across the beams. All right, that gets me pretty excited. That gets me pumped for this card. He's fun. He's cute. He's having a good time. And I think for me, when it comes to, you know, specific cards like this, I am prone, I have a tendency to keep them up in the A tier. Okay, that's kind of like how I roll with things in this situation. I really enjoy this type of card here. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to keep it there. If you disagree, if you agree, let me know in the comments. Would love that. All right, but we have Chespin. That is our first card right there, and we're going to rock and roll through it here. All right. Fennekin is next. All right, what we see is actually a part of the Delphox line, which is on the hit list. Big fan of that. Just the whole like super technical attack set, right? We got a lot of hypnosis that works through that, a lot of the sleep technique, the sleep tech moves in the games that I've run with her. Also really strong with special attack, but Fennekin, our cute little fox here, is the base Pokemon, all right? Our basic Pokemon for the starter. I'm actually a huge fan of this, even though it's not ultra realistic. You know how big of a fan I am when it comes to ultra realism. But I think Fennekin is actually a pretty cute addition here. I'm sad, and we're going to see through this, that we're not actually getting our Mega Delphox yet as our SIR. But we're teasing it with the Fennekin here at the illustration rare level, okay? So I think if I can be so fair, I'm a little biased. Keep in mind, I do have a little girl and a cute little girl also on the way. So what I'm going to do here, maybe put that away for our Maddie and baby collection. Popping that at the A tier, okay, guys? I think that's the goal for this one. I'm pretty pumped about that. We're going to zoom this up real quick. And yeah, I think that's where we're running, okay? We're going to keep an A tier. What do we think, chat? Cozy vibes for sure. Okay, good, amazing. I agree. I'm pretty sure about that. I don't know, what do you think with the looking through the window? What would a Fennekin be looking at? If I was a little fox or a little, you know, puppy type, I have two dogs. They have a little perch similar to this. It's a little couch, and they stare out the window, and they stare at every possible thing. If it's moving, we will know about it. We will hear all of the barks incessantly, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Love it. Okay, we got a Mollicom out there. Wonderful. Yeah, I think it's pretty cute too. I'm not going to lie. It's having a good time. So I'm having a good time about it too. From here, guys, we have maybe a couple more, and then I don't know. This set, you might see a little bit more cynical side compared to last week's PdP. All right, but we have our Froakie here. Rumors speak that that is the ETB promo, the Fennekin. You think so? They would include it right in the mainline card set. That's interesting. Little lady friend. That's right. I don't know. You think it would be the promo? Yeah, there are rumors about that actually. Now I'm hearing about it, or now I'm remembering the things that I've read. Yeah, it could be that maybe they're throwing it in the main line now with the PC stamp or the promo stamp. I don't see it in that one, but maybe for the English run. That's a good thought. We got Froakie here, okay? This one also ultimately gets to that Greninja, okay? We got the Shuriken Star coming at you. We'll get to him, don't worry. This one, I love these cards. Any card that you can see texture, any card that there's like 2 different dimensions. We got underwater here. You know, from previous videos, these cards actually get me pumped. It reminds me of the Psyduck from Ascended Heroes. You can see under the water and above. And it also reminds me of the Lapras from the Sword and Shield. Silver? No, not Silver Tempest. It's one of them. It's like a Galarian Galar or something like that. The Lapras has a 2 under the sea kind of vibes to it, Little Mermaid. Froakie here, guys. What are we thinking? Yeah, we have Little Lady. That reminds Lady and the Tramp. Maybe that's a reference out there. It kind of does look like the eyes a little bit, maybe. Love it, adorable. Yeah, HDS. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there. I think it's pretty fun. Again, they start off pretty strong. When you have starters like this, the Pokemon starters, I think it's hard to kind of like not hate on them, but like to be ultra critical. I don't know, guys. I'm more prone to. I'm another A. Can I do that? Is that too much? Am I like being unoriginal for this? They're doing a good job. Okay. What you're gonna see here. Here's a little hint for you. There's actually more to meet the eye when it comes to this specific card. You're gonna see a story being told, which I love. All right. So we have Froakie. Let's move on to the big bro. We got the evolution line. So you're starting to see. All right. You start to see here. There's more color. And what about this up in the top right here? What are you seeing here? That kind of reminds me of something, folks. There's a little foreshadowing there for what we're going to see. But until we get there, we have, I don't know, maybe some under the sea vibes right here. Maybe we're evolving, telling the story. We have Froakie under the water there. All right, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Would love to hear what your thoughts are here. The coloring, what is he staring at? He's looking up here. He can see maybe, I don't know. Maybe something's to come here as the eye contact's making there. I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool card. We're getting some good vibes in the comment section here from the chat. Yeah, I seen that from Smash Bros. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong at all, sir. That's right. Okay. Foreshadowing. This Froakie's got some good detail for me. It's got some good colors. All right. This is enticing for me. I don't normally do this. Tell me if you know this feeling. All of those like stage 1 evolutions out there, if it's got 3 different Pokemon in the same evolution line, how many times do people sleep on the stage 1 or the first evolution? I'd say out of 10 times, it's probably about 11 times that people sleep on that middle evolution. So the Charmeleons, the War Turtles, all them cards. We got just even like Grottles. Who's ever heard of a Grottle card that goes hard? I don't know. That's a Turtwig, all those things, guys. What are some others that are just totally slept on? People don't even consider them. Second tier, got the Charmeleons. There's plenty of them out there. Yeah, there's I don't know, man. There's just plenty of them. What's the Chestnut evolves into? Who can even tell the first stage evolutions are? I don't know. This one though, I'll tell you what. Frogadier is going right to the top, folks. Frogadier is my S tier. First one of the day. Because I love it. I love all the colors. I love the realism. I love what's happening here. So yes, I'm going S tier with this one, and you better watch out with that one. All right, let's move on. We got plenty of things to talk about, so I'm going to zip through here. If you have ever played, in the chat out there, if any of you have played the Gold and Silver or the Heart Gold and Soul Silver games, Quilava, I see that. That's right. Quilava's super slept on, actually. People don't respect the game like Quilava's bringing. But if you've ever played, speaking of Gen 2, Gold and Silver, Crystal, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Jasmine. She's got a sick Pokemon at the top of the tower, the lighthouse, and it's this Pokemon right here. The OP Ampharos. If you ever end up facing her, not just past her Steelix, but you get to her Ampharos, you're in for a treat. All right, you're gonna get your butt handed to you. We got Ampharos right here. Guys, this card has never made it on a hit list for me. But what I want to do here is I want to zoom in a little bit. Let's get some more detail. All right, we got a lot of nature hanging out in the background. Again, I know a lot of my friends out there are big fans of the sun, big fans of the light rays coming through there. It makes it super realistic. We got flowers at the bottom. I would love to see this card actually like in real life, like printed out and so forth. I think that card would be absolute fire. At this point, guys, they're starting off really strong with me. I don't know. What's our thoughts here? What are we thinking? I'm looking up for this one. I'm just saying. What's chat saying out there? Let's see here. What do we think about Ampharos? Because your boy is knocking on the door for, I don't know, A, S, A, F, I don't know. What do we think? I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to see if anybody's, passionate about that. It looks like it's got a plain warning on its tail. So we got air traffic control. Is that what we're saying here? We're waving it. Maybe the world would be a better place if there were more Ampharoses, if there were any Ampharoses out there on the tarmac saying, listen, you got to land this plane. You got to land this plane now. Make sure we're paying attention. Not to, refer to previous tragedies that have taken place with with plane crashes. But I think you might be onto something there, Hudson. I think you are. If we had Ampharos out there, we would probably be a safer group of people. All right, what do we think? What say you, chat? B. B. Don't love it as much. Maybe a B. Definitely. Ooh, it's got similar vibes, He-Dog says, to the Chinese exclusive Cubone. Chinese exclusive Cubone. I'm trying to think through what that one looks like. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Let's see. I'm gonna look that up real quick. Chinese exclusive Cubone. Chinese exclusive Cubone. I'll pull that up on the screen here if I can. Okay, I see what you're saying here. Let's pull that up. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, maybe. Okay. So let's see here. Let's pull it up through. Let me switch this up to office hours. What do you guys think? Do we get the same vibes as this card right here? The Chinese Cubone. Chinese, yeah. I can see that. The shimmering a little bit. I can see that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe. All right, we'll bop it back here. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it at the A. I normally go. I'm pretty fair with this. It's got definitely not an A though. He's saying definitely not an A. Hudson in the chat. He's coming at me. There's some B's too. Okay. All right. I've heard the people. We're making this. This is our community sheet. Okay. Maybe your boy is going to be buying some of this on the side, little sneaking through here. Again, anything above C, all kidding aside, anything above C for me is going to be something I'll consider. The higher it goes, S tier, if it's not like super inflated or a card that's just like $500 or something like that, then I'll like really consider it. A is realistic. Usually the prices kind of simmer down there and so forth. But okay, I'll put a B. I'll stick with you guys. I hear you. The people have been heard, and don't say you haven't been. All right, so we've checked out the Cubone, but we got to move on here, and Ampharos has been ranked. All right, Xerneas. I got to be honest with you guys. Xerneas appears right there on my hit list, and I'm normally bananas about it. I have not seen, and you can correct me if you're out there and you're more of a collectible expert than I am. I have not seen an illustration rare Xerneas or a special illustration rare since they started making them. They have been like ultra rares and like the pretty, like back in the day, like the really shiny, like full art kind of stuff. But I have never seen Xerneas done justice. And you might be thinking, well, you finally have that card, PdP. What I'm here to tell you is I don't think this is the card that they should have started off with. Xerneas is such an OP character with so much riz, right? So much super, so much aura. I don't know what they did to this card, guys. It's cool as far as colors go. It's got a lot of good range of motion with that neck. I'll tell you, if I could look back that far, I'd see better days there. I don't know. It's nice. It's not realistic as far as the art style. There's not a lot of contrasting light, vanishing point. I don't know, guys. I feel like we could have done better with the Xerneas here. What are we thinking? You don't feel this one either? Yeah. Oh, this is your chase for the set. Get going. Oh man, I'm eating my words, people. Listen, we can agree to disagree. I would love for this card to be like at the top, but I just don't. I'm not feeling it. I feel you, Molly. I really do. So I don't know. Correct me. Push back. I'm so sad to say this. It will probably get scooped. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably gonna get scooped. But at the end of the day, I think we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it at the B tier. I don't know. What are we thinking? Could go either way. We're kind of mixed with this one as far as what I'm seeing in the chat. But I don't know. I wish it was so much better. Who's the illustrator here? Again, I'm not. Listen, you're so much more talented than I am. We got Yashiro Nanako. Yashiro Nanako. We see there. Hey, you're incredibly talented. I'm not trying to hate on you and your handiwork, but this card, yeah, I don't know. I wanted more. I wanted a little bit more for me to put this up to the S tier. That's all right. That's okay. All right, we're gonna move on. I got some fun stories to talk about today, guys. This one, Clay Doll. Okay. My take on this card is that the background, if Clay Doll wasn't here and it was just a background card, it reminds me of that. You guys remember that Cleffa, with the star, the wishing star coming through in the background? It totally reminds me of that. I can almost like see like right here, if there was like a little Cleffa sitting down, it would totally have continuity with the story. But Clay Doll, with that kind of majestic background, a Clay Doll, I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, it's a little off. It's a little off for me. I'm not sure. It's a cool card. I'm telling you, I would buy that card if Clay Doll wasn't there. But because Clay Doll is there, I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know. Anybody ever run a Clay Doll in their party in any of the video games, or even battle with one? I don't remember any Clay Dolls being like meta in the TCG. It's kind of a random card, if I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit more. Kind of want to see what we. Man, it's just such a nice background we got. Is that over water? Man, that's something. But it's a fighting type. It's got some psychic abilities. I don't know, man. I think I'm going with another B tier for this one. I'll be honest with you. It looks nice. Clay Doll ruining the car, man. Why you got to be in there? DC tier? Yeah, that's fine. I'm kind of there too. BC, I think D is a little too low for me. I'll be honest with you. I want to like this. I can hit it with a settle. I'll settle with a C there. I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, we'll go with C. I see you. That's good. No pun intended. All right, let's roll. Let's keep going. This one, oh no. All right, we're gonna get a little spicy with this one. All right, Crobat Generation 2. Okay, it's coming out with the we had the Zubat and the Golbat in Gen 1, but then they decide to throw in a Crobat. Okay, and actually, as a Pokemon, this is an Elite Four level Pokemon. One of the aces in the hole for Koga. Is that right? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong with that. But I'm pretty sure Koga runs a Crobat with some crazy minimize agility, like Toxic and Sludge Bomb or something like that in the Elite Four. You're trying to get that championship in. You're trying to take the dub. And I think Lance is a champion at that point. Is that right? Still running championship. Or Blue maybe in the second gen. Anyway, Crobat, this card is just not doing it for him. It's a bad look. It's almost like he got smushed in the face. It's like Crobat's flying at like Mach 2 and just hits like one of them super clean, like a Windex advertisement commercial, and just pop right in the face, flying too fast, too low. The background is like Disco Party Downtown, like Tokyo or something like that, which is cool. Again, backgrounds are doing pretty well in the last two cards. But I don't know. It's like, it's not a happy face. It's kind of like, let's take a little deeper look here. It's very one-dimensional, even though it's got layers here. I don't know. I'd like to see more texture on this card. I'd like to see more of the depth of it. All right, we're like flat-faced here. I don't know, guys. I'm going pretty low with this. I'm gonna say probably no more than C. If I'll be honest with you, C's gonna be a little bit of a push too. If I'll be real with you. I don't know. I'm gonna pop it at D. I'm gonna see what you guys think. Catch me in the chat. What do we think? D tier for Crobat. Some of you guys like it. Again, it's a great Pokemon. It's a great Pokemon, and it hits pretty hard. It's fast, all right? It's got agility, all those things that you're looking for maybe not an ace in the hole, but at least a support, especially if you're on a technical team with poison, something like that. Not too bad. But I don't know, guys. This one's looking like a D. Like a D for me in the tier list, all right? We'll zoom on here. Might be a little bit of a lag, and that's okay. This one, okay, so we actually have continuity here, right? Again, this is giving me, if I'm thinking back to Temporal Forces, is there a Steelix in Temporal Forces? We're working on the construction site. D is fair, I think. Yeah, there we go. There's a chat. Yeah, we got a little bit of delay, maybe a 30-second delay. That's okay. This one gives me that Steelix vibes, like as if like there was a Steelix maybe down below, holding up the support beams and stuff like that. Maybe even like the girder I don't know if you remember that illustration rare. Is that black and white? Something like that. Swinging through some of these beams. We got Metang right now, okay? Metagross is one of my favorite Pokemon. All right, we got that Iron Spider. It's magnetized, a bunch of Beldums put together. We have, again, what we have here is Metang. So if you've seen in the recent prints, Destin Rivals had a promo with a Steven deck. It ran a Steven deck put together in a Marnie deck. You could get a illustration rare promo card, Beldum, Steven's Beldum. Super cool, great lighting, really good colors and so forth, and it features Steven as well. I have that card. And you saw in Ascended Heroes, they just came out with Steven's Metagross, right? Card is going bananas right now, SIR. I think that the market is settling a little bit with Ascended Heroes, but again, it's not fully released. We're going to talk about that soon. We're going to talk about the final product, I think, for Ascended Heroes that still hasn't dropped yet. And we already had like that Zagardi set, what we went over last week. Still is fully released, and we still have Ascended Heroes trickling out of the warehouses. I don't know what that's about. That's a whole different story. We can talk about that. But Metang here, this is going to fit between those two. So finally, the Metagross line from Beldum to Metang to Metagross, they all have illustrations. This one's pretty cool. I like the yellow as a contrast here. All right, we got a good blue and yellow are good contrasting, complementing colors in one sense. All right, so I like that. It's getting down to business. We got Jim Bob right over here, waving him in. Come on, bring it down, sir. All right, I like this card. It's not like a majestic shot, but we got to take care of business sometimes, if you know what I'm saying. Them workers out there, if you're in construction, if you're in the trades, thank you so much for keeping us alive. Thank you so much. Oh, we got Mr. Callum Wildeboer out there. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the chat, good sir. Hope your week's been good. All right, Metang here. I think for me, Metang is going to go into a strong B tier for this one, okay? That's what I'm thinking. Again, I like it. It's part of the hit list. Am I going to go crazy out of my way to find this card? No, this card will come up. I'm sure this card, I'll see this soon. I haven't been to a convention recently, so it's, I'm feeling it. Feeling it right here. Not the dopamine. Trust me, we're going to talk about dopamine. I have a video dropping in the next couple weeks all about the different neurotransmitters that go into the crazy game of collecting Pokemon. But I'm thinking a little, man, I'm missing some good Pokémon monsters, missing some good public interaction, so we'll shoot for that, okay? Stay tuned for some live videos there. So Metang, we're at the B tier with this one, all right? I think we're happy about it. Let me take a peek here. Yeah, B, okay, fair enough, cool. All right, let's move on. Oh boy, this card, man, every generation has like their dragon. They're like not like legendary, but they're like sub-legendary, they're quasi-legendary. And this is a part of that run. Gudra, all right, is the final evolution of this card. And it's okay. Like, it's an interesting card, don't get me wrong. It's pretty cool. But this is Sliggoo, okay? This is, again, a second in the three, right? Of first evolution. And Sliggoo, looking like I have a good time, but when you ever mix a snail and a dragon, you kind of get some interesting thoughts, and I do have a lot of those based on this card. All right, so let's take a look here. We got a smile. He's having a good time, a little derpy. It's raining. Ironically, you can't see the camera in the reflection, so they at least got that down. That was pretty good. Actually, it's a cool card. Good lighting. Flowers are fun. Technically, I think there's like sludge and acid that like flow from this guy, so apparently the ecology around here is pretty resistant to what we have as far as the acid there, if I can't say so as a science teacher myself. This is a really unsettling card design. You think so, Hudson? Yeah. I don't know. It's just a smile, man. If I saw something like that in real life, I wouldn't be like, I want to catch that thing. It would be more of like, I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to catch you outside. He looks like me when I wake up for school. Yeah. Partially happy, partially still asleep, partially confused. I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah, I don't know. The coloring is nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's like it's a well-designed card, but it's not cutting it for me either. All right. So I don't know what you guys think, but putting it right at the D tier. The D tier, guys. Again, not for the art, but just for the mon itself. This Pokemon itself is a little bit upsetting. I agree. Miss Ying So out there, what's up? Yeah, I agree with that. That's kind of, but the artwork does. Yeah, you're right. You're a nuanced guy. I appreciate that. All right, it's on the same page as Shroodle. That's true. Yeah, Shroodle. How do I feel about that combo? Yeah, I sense that as well. There's some connection there. Unsettling. Kind of like, all right, interesting. Guys, we have a Gen 1. We have a Gen 1 Pokemon out here. All right, we're going all the way back to Tauros. What they've done to Tauros is actually pretty respectable. All right, they brought him back into the Paldea region. They've given him what, 4? Is it 4? Am I right with that? 4 different types, different variants. There's fire, fighting, water. Is that it? Maybe there's just 3. Maybe it's those 3. And then the OG right here. This is our normal type Tauros. If you take a look, it's almost like, let me know what you guys think about this. When you take a closer look here, it's almost like you ever been to like, this is where I'm going with this. You ever been to like the Salvation Army, or you like go to Goodwill or something like that, and you walk into that section where there's a bunch of like big paintings in the background that nobody wants, but like actually you can like pocket some really good ones back there if you have the eye for it. It kind of gives me like that old school painting, like the West kind of vibe to it, where it's like it's not like really really tight as far as the detail. It's a little softer in however it would be created. Taruso. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. It just gives me that like back room Salvation Army. Some like cowboy back in the day had this on their wall somewhere. That just gives me that vibe. I'm pretty sure, and I feel that like resonate big time with that. All right, this is Tauros. If you remember Tauros in the original TV series, during that big race with Rapidash. If you've never seen like the original first season of Pokemon on television or in any way, you got to go take a look at that. All right, there's a race between a Ponyta and like Brock runs his Onyx, and somehow who is it? Squirtle? Is Misty on a Squirtle? Like even though Misty's like 4 times the size of a Squirtle, or Staryu, I think something like that. It's hilarious. Somebody's running on top of an Electrode. It's wild. But anyway, shining off the front right here of Tauros, they injure somebody because they get distracted, and the Ponyta goes crazy and eventually crashes out, and she gets a broken leg. But Ash Ketchum from Palatown jumps on Ponyta, brings it home. Ponyta evolves towards the finish line, totally blitzes, and brings home the dub. If you haven't seen it, I just spoiled it for you, but you need to go watch it. It is high class piece of art there. The coloring for this card is really good. Agreed. Yep. Yeah, I'm liking it. Okay. So again, it's a different style of art, but I think I'm happy. I'm happy with a B for this one. I'm actually pretty happy with that. What do you guys think? Where are we at with this? I'll keep going down here and I'll look in the chat as we go, because this one we need to talk about this one too. It's actually pretty interesting. Tauros out there. We got it at a B, guys. I think that's where it's going to sit. I think we're going to enjoy that. Coloring, yep. It's good stuff. Okay. We got Watchhog here, okay? This is like a watchdog, but it's like a hog. I'm not sure what the connection is there. This is like a really caffeinated. When you see them security guards out there who are just like running the night shift, and the only way they stay alive is when they like just pound like 4 Red Bull or like 2 monsters. Cool card colors, yeah. And I just there's a lot of caffeine going through this cool cat right here. All right, Washog. We got the Prism Tower in the background. If you have played Legends ZA out there, show some love in the chat. It's actually a pretty good game. I've enjoyed it. Just about done with the like pocket dimensions towards the end with Hoopa. Haven't beaten it fully yet, but yeah, this card, I think there's actually a part of this in the game where you come up to it like a feature with all these Watchhogs, but I don't know. You got some in the foreground, the background, and then the center focus there. It's cool. I mean, nothing crazy. Not an enticing card either. It's kind of like, it reminds me of like the Sentret line, Sentret and what is it? Or even like the Zigzagoon and Linoon, stuff like that. Kind of gives me that vibe too. Watchhog gives me PTSD. I probably see. Yeah, that's fair. Your favorite? No, not my favorite. Okay. I was gonna say, yeah. I'm thinking. I don't know. D tier. It's nice. Like the illustration is cool. The lighting on the tower, Prism Tower, is pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know, guys. That's enough of that for me. I'll be honest with you. Watchhog's not too bad, but we'll move on. All right. I got 7 more. 7 more. We're gonna run through these, okay? So let's do. Oops, let's do it quick. I gotta adjust that. Bop, bop, bop. Okay. This one, okay? This is Beach, the Surfer's Beach, all right? I normally don't include trainers that aren't SIRs, but this card is crazy, and I'm featuring this because I need to show you my love for it. The coloring, let's get in here. The coloring is absolutely gorgeous. We have good natural features. All right, in the chat, tell me who can name this Pokemon right here. Who can name the Pokemon that's hanging out on the beach? I'll even let you put the evolution if you can't think of this Pokemon's name. All right, we got a full, beautiful piece of art card. If you are living on the West Coast, anywhere around Surftown, if you are living in the Pacific Northwest, you can see some of this. It kind of gives me that vibe. You got like Vancouver Island in the background for all my Canadians out there. All right, it's beautiful, almost like a Hawaii kind of vibe too. Kind of goes with that surfer. What do we think? That's pretty beautiful. Yeah, you're not wrong. It is beautiful art. Oh, Mr. Lincoln Bartman is in the house, sir. Love that Wimpod. Oh, Ying got it. He got me. That's it. That's good. You win that round. 10 points to you, my friend. So, guys, without further ado, this card is not going to be super expensive. I'm calling it right now. This is going to be a sleeper card. Again, I'm not, a pro per se at guessing the value and like giving any investment advice. But if I were you, I would probably scoop this card up quick, sit on it, and when people like get through the hype of the fact that it's not an SIR or even like technically an illustration, I think it's like an ultra rare for like a full art card gallery or something like that, trainer gallery or not, trainer. I think people are gonna see it and the value is just gonna to rise pretty good. So just saying, if you're into that investment part, I love the heart of the cards, not necessarily the hype of the cards, but this card is gonna go pretty hard. So that's going right to the top. That's S tier for me. No questions asked. Thank you, and we'll see you later with that one. Gen 7 Gallespod. Yeah, pre-evolution. That's true. That's right. Yep. The dome fossil. It's like a dome fossil. No, that's close though. We had it before. Ying So had that for me. It is the Wimpod, right? It evolves into the Gallespod. That is Sun and Moon, right? Gallespod. Guzma runs that. I think so. W Pokémon. That's right. Cool. All right, let's roll. We got 6 more. We are into the SIRs, and folks, we have the flagship collectible Pokemon card. We got the mascot of the set. It is, in fact, none other than our Greninja here, Mega Greninja, all right, with the Shuriken, okay, flopping around. So, again, we saw the other two, the pre-evolutions, right, the Frogadier and then the Froakie previous to that. It is a full story. If you were to put these cards next to each other, it would be super great. First of all, if you do, you're probably rolling in some dough. So good for you that you pull them all or you bought them all, whatever. This card is actually really fun. Have you guys seen, what is it? Who's got it? Twilight Masquerade? The SIR, the Greninja with that one, that's like, just like, it's almost like Adobe like Photoshop, kind of like a beautiful card just like popping through, almost would be like one of the loading screens for when you're pulling up Adobe. It is a beautiful card. It's much better. I would say it's much better than this one, but the colors, for some reason, they're making the connection between Greninja and just like so many different colors that are just beautiful. They pop off. The Greninja connects with the Frogadier. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, you're right. We'll make that connection here in a second. But yeah, I don't know. This reminds me of all that really like big time color, like paint splashing of that Pokemon card. This one is cool. It's tamer a little bit more. You kind of get more of the personality of Greninja here, which I like. It's kind of cool. You see the you see the mega form of it because it's hanging upside down. If you look at the top here, over in our actual tier list, you can see it hanging down. The tongue game, that like tongue scarf thing, I don't know how I feel about that. If I'll be honest, that's a hot take. But yeah, if you had a tongue long enough to wrap it around and use it as a weapon, I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions about that. Anyway, but this is our Mega Greninja here. We're thinking S. We got an S vote in the chat. I don't know. It's gonna be expensive once this comes out in English. I'm just saying. I don't know. It's I try to be a little bit more critical of the special illustration rares. So I don't know. For me, personally, A. Am I gonna run the A with this? I think I kind of am. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. If it were anything like that other one, Twilight Masquerade or whatever, whichever one from the Scarlet Violet run or era, That card is nuts. I would definitely put that S tier. But as people are going in the chat here, let's make that connection. So we mentioned that they are all three together. Sorry for the little zoom scroll here. So we got Froakie underwater. All right, so we can see. I agree with that. Appreciate you. X-Men got to recruit the guy. Ain't wrong. Yeah, we got Toad. Oh man, that's a callback. Good for you, man. Deep cut. Totally. Yeah. Okay. We got Froakie looking up, peeking up through. One day I'll be part of their world, like the Little Mermaid area, looking up there. All right, so gets up, graduates, hops through the water, but it's got eyes on the prize. It wants that CEO, that corner suite, that C-suite. All right, seeing the shuriken up there, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna succeed. So Frogadier. All right, so we see under the water. That's the connection. That's why I like this card so much. It's the bridge. Don't sleep on the second level, second tier, the stage ones. All right, and then all the way up to our SIR. So you can kind of see the water splashing at the bottom. You can see Frogadier would totally be on the opposite side of that. S tier W card. I agree, it is nice, but I don't know about the S tier, sir. I don't know about the S tier. We can agree to disagree. I think A is where it belongs, part of this world. Pun intended, another callback to Disney. All right, we're moving on. That is the Mega Greninja. This one, Floette, okay? Again, we talked about this last week. TCPI, the Pokemon Card Company, or TPCI is international, I should say, is running this whole new flavor of printing cards that aren't actually like final tier and giving them mega evolutions, or like giving them like EX status. So we had Meowth last time, where you're gonna see, I think in one of the other sets, there's like a Voltorb EX, which is weird, bananagrams. This is Floette here. It is a huge part of the storyline for Legend ZA. So if you haven't played that, jump on it if you can. It's a good time. It's a good time, like I said. All right, so what we have, the Floette here. Let's zoom in, see what we got. Cute Pokemon, little fairy type. All right, RIP to the actual fairy element in the Pokemon card game, but definitely a fairy type in the game. I actually remember seeing this card. Does it heal both sides of the, or is that Esper? I can't remember. One of these Pokemon does some dual side healing, which is pretty interesting. All right, I wish I could read Japanese. Anybody in the chat can translate that for me if you're out there. That'd be awesome. Hits for 200. So I don't know about the playability of the card, but it's actually pretty interesting. There's some dark contrast, some big shadows here, and I kind of like it because there's a lot of like prismatic kind of views here. That ellipse, for all those optics students out there that I've taught in physics, there's a lot of ellipses happening. The chromatic aberration. Catch me outside with that reference. That is a true teacher, Professor De Poke out there. What's up? You can see all that. Really cool lighting. I don't know. A cool card. It doesn't like, I don't know. If I pocketed this card, if I pulled this card, that'd be sweet. I'm not going to pay like probably market for it if it came out, but I'll respect the game. I'm putting it at the A or B. How do I feel about it? I'm going to give it a B. I'm going to be realistic with this. What do you guys think about that? I think B tier, it's good. Again, it's pretty cool. It's an SIR. I'm holding it to a higher standard if it's SIR. Is this what makes the laser from the Mega Starmie EX? Yeah, this is the power plant that connects somehow to the Starmie that has really stretched out legs, Callum. I think that is exactly what happens here. Yep, a little bit of a connection there. Okay, let's move on. Mega Dragalge. Okay, this is all of these cards actually so far in the SIRs. These are all brand new megas from Legend ZA. Mega Dragalge here. Let's zoom. There's a lot happening in this card. I'm not gonna lie. So Dragalge in and of itself is like the toxic dragon type, poisonous. When it gets to the mega, it like really grows out its mane at the top, which is interesting. Colors are fun in this. I don't know. It would be really nice to see it printed because it's gonna have that gleam, that sheen to it. And the colors again are gonna pop. That is cool. Colors are awesome. Yeah, I agree with you. Now that looks cool. Okay, so we got some love in the chat for Mega Dragalge. I don't know, guys. Like I'm trying to zip through this a little bit because I want to get to some stories, but I don't know. I'm happy with the B again. It's very very rare that you're gonna get an SIR that comes out that is like low class, like maybe below the C. They had one in Ascended Heroes, and if you haven't seen that video and my hot take with that Pikachu, that hit the F tier, and that was an SIR, and it was a Pikachu, and they did it dirty. All right, so we can talk about that if you want to, but for right now, this Mega Dragalge, I'm keeping it at the B tier. It's an SAR, it's doing well, but we're gonna move on. Okay. All right, look at this Minccino. Depending on if you're what you telling me what you're gonna fight? No, I'm just kidding. Cal maybe disagrees. That's okay. We can agree to disagree. B, yeah, I'm saying B, man. It's cool if you like it. If you're a Mega Dragalge fan, then you pull that, sir. I believe in you. I want to see a Mega Drampa. Mega Drampa is what's gonna happen is Mega Drampa is gonna extend out like the Land Before or not the Land Before Time, the Never Ending Story. If you're not a '90s kid and you've not been scarred by the Never Ending Story and that dragon in that's gonna be Mega Drampa. Okay, so take a look at that and let me know if you know what I'm saying. All right, Mega Drampa, Never Ending Story. All right, Minccino here. Okay. This card is actually really nice. Softer palette of colors, right? Nothing like it's kind of muted. We have a cute little, I guess, is it a marsupial? Is it like an echidna? Or do we have like a small little rodent mammal kind of type? I don't know. It's not a rabbit. It's something different. Chinchilla? I don't know. Some type going on here. I think it's cute though, hanging out in the house. Got some fun little food hanging out on the blanket and so forth. It's a cute card. I love it. This is going to be expensive. It's an SIR, and it's not, I wouldn't say a fan favorite per se, but there's people that go hard for this card. I like it as well. It's A or B for me. I don't know what you guys think about this one. I would love, man. We might go over. We might run it back a little bit, a speed run through the cards again once the English comes out, so we can read it and see this playability and so forth. But for right now, what I'm gonna do, I want to put this at A. I think it deserves it. I think the color scheme, it's a fun card. It seems like there's a lot happening there. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with an A there. All right, we're 2 cards away, folks. This might be my pull for this pack. You don't say. You don't say. Middle of the road, says Lincoln. Ying so. I don't know. Listen, there's gotta be. The best thing about Pokemon out there is every Pokemon has a fan. I know one of the students at the school in my Pokemon club, he loves Sableye, and I love that for him. Not my favorite, but that's okay. There's other people that I know that are going crazy for Mimikyu. There's others that I know a Primate is like their favorite. Cards that, aren't like on everybody's hit list. So if this one's for you, my friend, I hope you find it. I wish you the best in pulling this card. All right, I wouldn't mind pulling it myself. We have as his relaxation. I think if my Japanese is right here, it's a joke. I'm remembering it from memory. As his relaxation. All right, with his little floette there. There's a whole fun story between these two. This guy's like 7, 8. He's like 6. No, I'm just kidding. He's like 7 foot at least in the game. Super tall. Has been around for like, I don't know, like thousands and thousands of years. This guy's almost like eternal. But he actually, spoiler, if you're not into spoilers, plug your ears for like 10 seconds and don't rewind. Spoiler alert. All right. He actually passes away. He finally gives up the ghost in Legend ZA at the end of the game, but it's such a legendary way and a baller move to do it. So respect to Az. This card is so nice. All right, the coloring. He's sitting in his garden. He has his little companion there. Look at that face. Talk to me about contentment. All right, if you have a little dog or some sort of little animal, little bird that you just have as a little companion, you sit in your garden in the summer like this, you are a happy individual. You are a content individual, and I want that for you. This card is fantastic. I love it. The colors are so warm. The story is so beautiful. I'm all about the heart of the cards. This card is going right to the S tier. And what do you got to say about it? Tall, just like me. That's right. Yeah, I know you. All right, that's funny, Callum. Yeah, that's Az's relaxation. This one, Roxy. Again, like the pop art we've seen before. It's pretty cool. But it's not my style. All right, a little bit of a punk rocker. This is like a Green Day. If Green Day had like a Pokemon connection here. I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah. What generation is Roxy in? Do we know? I think she runs a Venipede. Is that right? She's definitely poison type. I don't really remember. This card is super mid for me. I'm not gonna lie. Not a huge fan of it. It is an SIR. Doesn't strike me as one. The quality is not there. For me, it's not a go-to. Like it's not. I'm not a huge Roxy fan. But that's just me. What I'm gonna do here, I'm going to drag her the D tier. Drag to the D tier here in this situation. I don't know. I think that's fair. What do you think? Anybody like crazy about this artwork? Anybody like in love with the character? I don't remember. I don't even know what gen she's from. Something that kind of feels like doing too much. Yeah, there's a lot of noise here, but I think that's the vibe that they're going for. Whether it's like that pop art with like, I could see this on like a poster, like a band coming to you, coming to like the whatever dome we're playing here or something like that, whatever her band is. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of noise in this video or in this illustration. So yeah, I don't know, guys. It's kind of an interesting card, but that's what I got. That's what we're talking about. Whoop, sorry about that. That's what we're talking about as far as our illustrations. All right, for Chaos Rising. Let's take a little zoom in here to see what we got. Little take here. Overview. I think we did pretty good. You guys fought me on a couple of them. I did move some just because the heart of the cards. I love you guys. All right, the community is the best. You guys keep me going. This is about you. This is a community show. You know, I got my opinions, but I'm willing to table them because I like you guys. I'll keep you around. Scott Pilgrim. Yo, Scott Pilgrim. Man, Chris Evans, first big time movie. Scott Pilgrim and Captain America wins his break in that. Is that right? Am I correct with that? Anyways, let's get a little bit bigger here. Let's transition here. So what we're gonna do next, I don't know if he's even here today. We had somebody in the chat last week talk about, I think it was Saint Walker. He mentioned, we'll get into the stories now, the news. He mentioned that there was a raccoon, okay? And I was like laughing a little bit, and I was like, I think this guy's serious. Oh, we got a question about what's your fave? Yeah, of all of them, I'll get to that one, Callum. Give me a sec. And I was like, is there really a raccoon that has been trained to steal Pokemon cards? Is that really a thing? And so I looked it up and I did my research here. And the best source, the most reliable source that I could find for this story was none other than Facebook. All right. This is the only place. There wasn't like CNN. There wasn't like somehow on an ESPN or whatever news site, your NBC, your whatever, even on like the Babylon Bee, nothing. Okay. This was the most reliable site that I could find with this story. So part of me is like, I wonder if there is, any validity to this story. But let's read it. Okay. So what we have here, according to Story Times Post, all right, there was a man arrested for teaching a raccoon to steal high-end Pokemon cards, all right? And it even comes with a video. Guys, it comes with, look at this. There is nothing fake about this picture. This raccoon right here, this guy. Can you tell what Pokemon card this is? Any eagle eyes out there? Can you tell what Pokemon card that is? Who's got it? Who's out there in the chat? I don't even know. I can't even tell, but you can definitely see a bunch of Funkos in the background. The Funkos there. I don't know if it's like a Pokemon card or what. But I'm calling a little bit of bananas on this. This is allegedly the individual, the raccoon whisperer. This is hilarious. Totally, I'm telling you, this is AI or something like that. This can't be real. But that is allegedly the trainer of this wild raccoon. Definitely a part of Team Rocket, giving off those Team Rocket vibes for sure. This guy got booked big time in this fake universe where this story is actually true. But we have our raccoon. The story of the raccoon is a Pidgeot. The circle of life, the irony there. I got you, Pidgeot. What's up? Catch me now. Yeah, I don't know. That's funny. So I had to put that to rest. So for all of you, it would be kind of funny if his name was Zigzagoon. Yeah, I agree. That would be very appropriate. Very appropriate. And Team Rocket would be all over this. I can kind of see like a Giovanni like peering through the background there, just like doing his thing. The alpha Giovanni back there. Anyway, we had to put this one to rest. Next story, what I want to talk about, guys. Actually, this is really important, okay? So a lot of people, we're going to shift gears a little bit. A lot of people are complaining these days, and myself as well. And we're going to talk about this in the video. We're going to talk about like a scalping, how to combat scalping and so forth. When I say scalping, there's people out there who, you've seen all the videos. If you haven't yet, just type scalping in Pokemon, you'll see it. They're basically like flippers on crack, and what they do is they buy Pokemon cards at like in any of the box stores, Walmart, Target, whatever, Costco. They buy them, they flip them, and they sell them for their own profit. Okay, controversial, whatever. People have different takes on it. Okay, but in this situation, I think the Pokemon Company is responding to that, and I don't know how this is going to work. What we see here, just this week, this is according to PokeBeach. Okay, and I did check for it on the website and FAQs to validate. If you subscribe to the Pokemon Center newsletter, if you're part of that mailing list already, and have previously bought things from Pokemon Center, they have announced an early access program. Okay, so for all the people out there who are trying to get to Pokemon card products earlier before things get crazy, especially Pokemon Center specific brands. So if you buy a Pokemon Center ETB, it has a special like what He Dog was talking about in the chat, the promo, but it comes with a stamp. It says Pokemon Center. Again, this is 101 stuff, but some of you might not fully get it, and that's fine. But this is going to give maybe some early access to that. Here's the thing, though. It's really interesting, and this isn't going to guarantee that the scalpers don't game the system, or if they have bots that they're going to get on it too. So I can't guarantee that. But in this situation, what they've announced is that based on some random criteria, there's a breakdown of it here. Who is eligible for this? Customers subscribe to the newsletter and who meet specific criteria. And I'm here to tell you that nobody knows what that specific criteria is, okay? Nobody has a clue if it's like you have to have previously purchased cards, if you've have like a long purchase history, order history, or whatever, or if you're in good standing. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how they evaluate this, guys. But not everybody's going to be eligible. It's only in the US, Canada, and the UK. But if you're into collecting and you're trying to scoop up some Pokemon Center specific, ETBs or blisters or boosters, whatever, I would really try to get on this because it's super important. All right, it would be a really beneficial thing. So I don't know if you're into that, but take a look at this, look into it for yourself. I want everybody, especially my followers, to be a part of this, so that you guys can get your hand on product and really good product too. Okay, because but sometimes by the time you get things, it's like already at market value or it's like inflated and so forth. It's hard to find things at your GameStops, at your Targets, all the places where people just scoop it up, buy it in bulk, and just dump it back onto the market at a higher price. So take my advice, look into this and see if we can figure out. And if you figure out what the eligibility and the criteria are, let me know. Would love to hear that from you guys. All right. But for now, I think those are going to be the two stories. It's already 9. I want to respect your time, guys. You've chosen to come and hang out with me, with the community, your community, in the PdP universe, whole hour, and I appreciate that. You could be doing anything else that you want, but you decided to hang out with us, and I respect that. Thank you so much for that. I hope you enjoyed. All right, we had a blast here. The tier lists are really fun. Each time it's not going to be a tier list, I'll be honest, because we can't every week. There's not brand new cards, even though it seems like it. But each week we'll do something that we engage. We blow up the chat. We have a good time with that. Yeah, Walmart definitely is the worst for scalpers. I 100% agree with you, Callum. But yeah, next time we'll actually run a game. We're gonna have some fun with that with the chat and so forth. And we're gonna be getting into giveaways. We're actually creeping up to another subscriber threshold. So stay tuned for that. If you have friends that love Pokemon, if you got people that would enjoy this wholesome content, heart of the cards kind of stuff, send them my way. Send them a video of mine. We'll have a blast. Bring them in. Hopefully they can join the chat every Thursday, guys. We're doing office hours. So until next week, until Thursday, I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful week. You guys are the best. I'm super thankful for you. Till then, full send. Catch you guys soon. Thanks so much.